I first met William Z. Foster, say Che Pancho, on the wharf. I was just getting off the Rachel, an old broke-down ex-whaler death ship converted to a freighter. William Z. had just got off the county of Cardigan, swearing never again. Said he was going to boho it, look for work. I asked him could I join him. He said, yeah, teach me to ride the rails, great ships of the land. That William Z. was crazy, though. Ride and wheel carriage his ass nearly scraping the rail ties. All that noise down there, but William Z. slept while I snoozed fitfully inside an empty boxcar. We were heading for Chicago, where ill wind blows stockyards full of blood and feces and death swirling in the wind off the lake. In Chicago, say Che Pancho, Great Rail Junction 20th Century America, William Z. and I split. I asked him where's he gone. He said Russia, fine future of America there, then asked me where am I gone. I said I'm going to look for America right here. He smiled and winked, said good luck, and he meant it. Later, say Che Pancho, while sticking my thumb in the air trying to hitch a ride up on the highway with this black kid named Pick, this big-ass Hudson Hornet screeches to a halt. Car full of kids talking a mile with every minute they passed another mile, breaking open inhalers by the case and smoking God's great grass. Only way to find America, they say, regarding the great hauling hulk of the Hudson. I remember William Z. smiling and winking. The kids introduced themselves. Jack, Al, that's Neil driving. Got any gas money? They all laughed. Che Pancho always enjoyed telling the story, and they laugh again. Harry By, Che Pancho, and a few recruits for the plastic mines sit around on roller duty waiting either for the next call or for air and water when Kim Lee Choi bring it, whichever come first. The worst I ever saw it, say Che Pancho, changing the subject, is one day we got a call to clean up a family of 8 slowed by a granny, nice old woman really. Took us an hour of juicy pay. Happened at notorious 12th in Washington, heading out of town at p.m. rush. Worst time of the day. But everybody knew that. That granny, say Che Pancho, took a real chance, but in the end she paid well. Some time ago, some smart-ass lawyer type figured that since driving a private car was a privilege, no laws applied to driving the highways and byways, since only laws applied to protecting rights and not privileges. Bought a judge to confirm it in court all legal and proper, and made a whole lot of jobs for private dicks. Privileges are earned while rights are won or granted, whole panels of judges say. Sometimes Harry By, Che Pancho, and all the boys and girls like Kim Lee Choi get called out on SEs, summary executions. Anytime some dumb driver gets caught breaking rules of the road which are made by contract with licensee, some cop, a private dick, will pull him over and just sidle up to the window. The driver will roll it down, and the cop, a private dick, will pull out his service piece and blow the driver's brains out all over the front seat. That's NSC. He'll never do that again, Che Pancho courted. Teach him a lesson. Yeah, Harry By say in his best right out of Marx and Lenin. They didn't fight oil wars for nothing. Gotta keep making jobs like ours whenever there's not enough for some folks. Che Pancho changed the subject again. Remind him of yesterday when he and Harry By cleaned up after a hydrocephalic caught rolling easy through a stop sign at West Street, North Park Drive. Boy, that one was messy, remised Che Pancho, shaking his head. Just goes to show you, replied Harry By, rolling his eyes into a snicker. Sometimes life ain't cheap. Yeah, say Che Pancho, but cheaper than petroleum. Well, as Miller says, Harry Bai added, the more you drive, the less intelligent you are. Both Harry Bai and Che Pancho survive because they know the index that determines surplus value and take-home pay. Neither keep any plastic on 'em. They know that costs most. They slip into telling old jokes that fill up the boredom, full of their own knowledge of how things really work. Did you hear the one about the grocer in business 100 years got gobbled up by a supermarket? They laughed, slapping each other on the back. Hardy har har. Grocer? What's that? Bellowed Harry Bai, red-faced on the verge of a stroke. Something found on a supermarket shelf, Che Pancho roared back. Harry Bai, Che Pancho, dark humor slip into just plain gloom. Well, it could be worse, Harry Bai sighed in relief of laughter. Could be working as a re-exposer in the Pigeon Point, or worse, the Cherry Island plastic mine. Or building dikes, Che Pancho added, to protect those mines from rising water. Both glad they got good jobs scooping up gore after blissed-out gas junkies. Only problem Harry Bai got is full expanding consciousness. Holdover handicap from counterculture past make him crippled inside. Got working-class consciousness from the busted union that causes pain deep down in his gut. Got revolutionary consciousness right out of Vietnam. Got spacey subconsciousness fused into consciousness from marijuana, mushrooms, cacti, buttons, LSD, 25, and so on. But clear? Clairvoyance is what Harry Bai got. As a result, every morning he get off bus to go to work, respirator cleaning air for him in between indoor environments. Poison now in Mother Earth. Turn out tasty profits for boardroom ancestors' petroleum. So Harry Bai surreptitiously pop biochip secret DJ that he be. Play some long-forgot R&B on inside, nobody know it. It's a nice day, no glass storms, no fecal snow. Should be able to make it through the day okay. Biochips vibes from forgotten R&B soothe all kinds of Harry Bai. Higher consciousness got good sounds permeate Soma secret DJ Harry Bai B. Harry Bai carry past into the future he and Che Pancho be in. That be the eternal present, as long as biochip work programmed to music of time past. Harry Bai know where he be. Got connection to everything still truly alive. Harry Bai be in big room all around where familiar things always comfort in whatever time. That be the nature of Harry Bai consciousness. All is awake in big room where even subconscious take part, where past has found itself in the present, and the present exclude nothing that affirm the living. Don't need consumer goods surrounding all around. Don't need automobiles ride around in auto existence. Don't need petroleum illusions all around. Harry Bai not that kind of addict. Harry Bai need only big room. Suddenly Kim Lee Choi burst in on Harry Bai, burst reverie made from biochip vibes. Kim Lee Choi burst in on Harry Bai, Che Pancho hanging around on roller duty or clean up after SEs. Kim Lee Choi burst in with water black market jug of it under her arm for a three-way split. Ain't no picnic out there for Kim Lee Choi. Can't stay in sun for more than 1 hour, give you a bad case of cancer. Air worse at high noon in high pressure zone. Some got their own respirator, but Harry Bai, Che Pancho, Kim Lee Choi got cheap masks supplied by their employer, mere product of necessity. Could be worse, Kim Lee Choi say out of breath. Nobody need to speak know what she mean. Could be glass storm going on outside. Conditions like that, no one can go out even in cars. Just gotta wait till it blows over. 3 seconds in a glass storm take off upper epidermis, make you a nice shade of pink. 3 minutes in a particularly vicious glass storm delicately erode the skin right down to the bone. Nothing more naked than a skeleton in a glass storm, say Che Pancho. It'll cast your innards to the wind in a splash. Just then the horn blast. Combined roller call and SE by the sound of it. On the way, Harry Bai, Che Pancho, and Kim Lee Choi ascertained from radio calls that a couple of kids playing hooky from school got rolled over at intersection of Kirkwood Highway and Limestone Road at Midway. Unfortunate thing for driver, a young woman who tried to squeeze through a traffic light changing from yellow to red. She got caught by a cop, a private dick, just happened to be sitting there in his police cruiser eating a hot dog. The cop, a private dick, pulled her over. She rolled down the window, and he placed a bullet neatly in her brain, put her out of her misery, then dragged her boyfriend, all spattered with brain gore and blood, kicking and screaming off to detox. But not all routine this time for Harry Bai, even if just cleaning up flattened bodies of kids not enough to shake 'em up. Just as he is about to get the shovel out of the van to scrape up still warm flesh, he see car gone past slowed by cops directing traffic full of rubberneckers craning to see. Just then, Harry Bai catch eyes of driver Gas Junkie he hadn't seen in a long time. Those eyes belonged to none other than old sweetheart Ginger Golly, trapped hermetically sealed into auto existence in car going by. She see him, but there's no emotion in her eyes. Symptom of petroleum addiction. If Harry Bai turned corner somewhere in supermarket or drugstore, bumping into her would not have been worse after many years of finally giving up on intimate, emotional human contact. Instead, he encountered her impassioned eyes inside auto existence, addicted and lost. Uncles and cousins keep the world going round. People in auto existence got it all sealed up where air is purified by big pumps and filters. Treated glass keeps out ultraviolet rays. All appliances designed to work only within auto existence. Yeah, sure, boardroom petroleum ancestors allow you to obtain biochips, put you in a nice place. But not as bad as Gas Junkies' auto existence. That would make Harry Bai doubly sad, make him freeze in his tracks and jeopardize his job, threaten him with being relegated to the plastic mines. Thing Harry Bai now know for sure is he still have flicker of flame for Ginger Golly. That old flicker'll puke up old memories, old feelings, eat away at him for at least a week. But Harry Bai snapped to, get back to work, scoop up one boy's head squashed into grotesque comic mask. No old flicker memories, fond feelings, no matter how real they might have been, is good reason to get caught and condemned to working in plastic mines. Plastic mines are the pits. First must go in wearing disposable suit, it's so bad. 8 hours in the plastic mines, chemicals no one even got names for can eat away completely any protective cover. Gotta carry own air and special space age pack. Convert water into air and electricity for heater, cooler. Changes of temperatures in plastic mines change drastically and without warning. It's downright spooky. Plastic mines got bad ghosts. Plastic mines. Webster and Bridges, 2 virus agents, gonna get Harry by in a net so slick people'll think he's a paranoid when he complains someone out to get him. Most people don't see, don't know virus all around them. Microbes will refuse to die. Got agents in high places invade when resistance down, antibodies neutralized, jailed, gunned down by death squads. Give us Webster and Bridges free rein to make visits, flash badges, make deals, keep secrets that feed power so sweet it make you squeak in your pants. That's how we gonna make Harry By squirm. Gonna sew some stories printed into one-of-a-kind official documents. Virus invade membrane, induce hallucinations, illusion of clear present danger. Anybody on the ground looking around among the flowers and the snowflakes got to see it all under siege. Yellow cloud burls hover and drift between buildings along highways. Ain't up in the stars, no poison gas coming out of any other planet gone up against all absolute, all ineffable. That's the cosmic turf we got cut out for us above ground. Cut by ancestors, petroleum, free, finally shaped in alien of long ago, finally free. That's who be now on cosmic turf. In war, cosmic turf, Harry By condemned to the plastic mines. It wasn't that he was late for roller duty, no. Popped on him was the test, and it was the wrong morning for it. It was just one of those things. One takes chances and you lose. Harry By lost. Pop quiz urine sample showed why Harry By late spent whole night jerking off. Pop quiz showed sperm count down, breaking ordinance against flushing unborn down the crap chute. Zillions of unborn, enough to send Harry By into the plastic mines for the rest of his life. When Webster and Bridges make the bust, take Harry By in, they look without warrant, find a legal manifesto. After a reading by an official literate, they slap a further charge of jeopardizing free speech amendment of boardrooms, ancestors, petroleum, microbes will refuse to die. That got Harry By assigned to not just some of the run-of-the-mill kind of landfills, but the landfill at Cherry Island. The Cherry Island plastic mine, nasty rising fluids boiling up around your boots, just melting them down by the minute. That'll teach 'em to jerk off, condemn unborn deaths. Too bad Harry By take advantage of male prerogative that comes with being free of regulation, unlike the monthly visits to the egg bank like the girls. That make Harry By's crime doubly serious, betray public trust by flushing zillions of unborn down. On number 9 bus from Chemical City downtown, Harry By sit next to Suma Fujaba, who hadn't been seen for weeks around the roller hall. Now Harry By know why. Both heading down to the Cherry Island plastic mine, they talk. Suma Fujaba impart information on survival. Harry By asks lots of questions. Some tunnels, say Suma Fujaba, have no endings. Down them people disappear, which is usually expected. Then Suma Fujaba tell Harry By that Kim Lee Choi also condemned to plastic mine crime of blasphemy. Kim Lee Choi refused to keep egg date at bank at midterm. Kim Lee Choi say they fill skyscrapers full of ovum sperm and super cool gonna make a break with 'em. Kim Lee Choi say they gonna leave the planet smoking, got fumes enough already. Gonna take whole populations, all compact, miniaturized, all separated by race, sex, and divided up in nitrogen tankers. They in business of chewing up whole planets, take eons to do it, it don't matter. We's just like cows in a pasture to 'em. Take 6,000 years, they don't care, nothing personal. By the time we smarten up, it's too late. all of us under viral siege since the days we taught words spelt across a single beam of the eye, left to right, right to left, it don't matter. After that, we no longer immune. Virus infect to divide consciousness. Symptoms of private property persist in spite of inoculations from remorseful Yaldabaoth, manifest in edicts of Moishe Leviticus. Even these old ancient edicts themselves, poisoned in time translations and perturbations into something useful to virus. Infective vision of consciousness extract work from love, then they extract labor from wealth we had once. You see, it really is love that does make us rich. But they make love and work into two separate words, put coupons between 'em, call 'em things like dollars, pounds, stocks, certificates, bonds, stamped with images and notions of nations, corporations, banks, or individual big-shot wads of alien jism. Anything that we are not. That's what Kim Lee Choi say the last day anyone see her. She say, added Suma Fujaba, once the virus caught every brain gone one way all at the same time, it was curtains. Infect microbes refuse to die. All that's what virus does for starters. Disease follows with hallucinations, illusions so subtle you get turned into hollow shells driving around in auto-existence. Kim Lee Choi say now she know who they are. Come down through Harry Bai Ancestors Petroleum Boardroom, robber barons, arms manufacturers, microbes will refuse to die. That's why Webster and Bridges come pick her up, bang her, just to make sure everybody knows the score when they hear about it on the 6 o'clock news in auto-existence. She sounds crazy, say Harry Bai, but there's a real reason these aliens want to silence people. Suma Fujaba look across Harry Bai, out window number 9, bus at prison walls go by. When babies concentration camp outside go by, flake snow brown splat gray against window and stick. Back in downtown chemical city, skyscrapers vent nitrogen vapors. Oxygen wages down. So go Harry Bai, Suma Fujaba, deep in plastic mines, chintzy moonzoot environs. Plastic mines emit glow, don't need lamps, don't need power of any sort. Plastic mines alive. It's cheap that way, no bills to pay. Most moonzoots last 6 hours in the plastic mines, no matter if they got wide lapels or not. In tunnels, just like ancient burnt-out coal mines, except for the glow, that is, you shovel brine, gray ooze, wet onto conveyor before tunnel fills bubbling up over the day's boots. Harry Bai, Suma Fujaba come up into afternoon sun, hurting eyes, even in the dark of carbolic shower stalls, the only price you get to come back to work the next day. Got 2 big squares to eat free. All they need is to keep you alive till your name fades from the newspapers. Who they be? They be Ancestors Petroleum Boardrooms, robber barons, arms manufacturers, absolute and ineffable in cosmic turf above ground in auto-existence, or the very stars themselves, as it turns out. Every place else is no place. That's who they be. They got the goods on oblivion, nowhere to send you shopping. That's where Suma Fujaba going. That's where Harry Bai going. That's where Che Pancho going. That's where Kim Lee Choi going. She might already be there while Ginger Golly and her uncles and mutant cousins still breathe clean air that's left. But pumps and filters going bad mean breakdown cold turkey. Suma Fujaba tell 'em about ghost stories and tunnels you never come back. Down echoes the most light. Stay away from them, Suma Fujaba warned. Get lost in light in plastic mines. Never come back. Down those tunnels echo the most light. Echo takes the shape of muse and ear like all songs Harry Bai could ever hear. When you hear it, you're hooked. No biochip, no matter how heavy, how cool, can ever bring you back. You gone. Suma Fujaba nod to make it sink in Harry Bai. One day Harry Bai take tunnel Suma Fujaba tell him not to take. Bright light show cartoons painted on cross beams pointing back to where he come from. Harry Bai settle eyes on them, take 'em in one big gape. Phone numbers run series. Symbols lost in runic. A bald guy with his nose hanging over a fence. Kilroy was here too. All is said in hieroglyph panels. All said. Once Ginger Golly said it to Harry Bai and gone. Harry Bai hooked on muse, bopping light shine on through.